Well, I started practicing in 1996. My brother was 10 years before me in 1986. He had always practiced in the business contract arena, mergers and acquisitions, and all those types of things. I was always doing criminal defense. In 1996, when I started, Prop 215 came into effect in 1996 and was being badly misused and misinterpreted. And
Prop 215 Prop 215 was California's quasi legalization for medicinal purposes.
For cannabis patients. And cannabis patients were getting arrested left and right. And so I've been representing people in that realm ever since 1996, the whole spectrum of criminal defense. And so we had maintained our separate offices for many, many years until 2015, when my brother's son, my nephew, forced us to go on Instagram after we eradicated 2 cases and 7 different felonies based on cannabis that he was utilizing as a business that he was doing properly back then. And we had always taught him, you shut the fuck up when cops ask questions. And that right there was the basis for us being able to get these cases dismissed. And he said, you guys need to jump on social media and teach people. No one's doing it. And we gave some pushback for a minute or two. We finally got on 2015 and basically just started teaching people what we've always taught people in our legal careers on how to peacefully engage with law enforcement. We had no idea that it was going to, I guess, blow up in our face. And, here we now we sit here with, across social media, over 1 million followers, and the shut the fuck up message known as the script, the 25 words that you say when the cops pull you over, has resonated. And that's pretty much the long and short of how we got to where we're at right now.
Yeah, the way that the initial entree into Instagram was my son, and he had called us up in 2018. Well, when was it?
January
2015. He said, you guys got to come. He hangs out with the likes of Be Real. You know who Be Real is? Cypress Hill. And he had a internet TV presence. And there was a kid on that show called Adam Ill, and he did a show called Getting High With. And it was a talk show for stoners. He sat around, he took bong loads, rips, joints, did this, talked about shit, and he wanted to talk about the new law going into effect, the legalization effort in 2016. And he couldn't get any lawyers that would come on his show and smoke weed with him. And my son's like, dude, my dad and uncle. So he calls us up, and my brother's like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, wait a minute. I've been an attorney 20-something fucking years. I have my medical card. It was medical back then only. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know, what's the state bar going to do if they get a hold of me smoking on whatever? Mm-hmm. And we thought about it, and I went, you know what? I've got a medical card. It's legal in where we're doing it. It's a private premise, and everybody has their cards, and fuck it, let's do it. And so we went on this show with this kid, and we hour and a half interview with streamers and people watching and asking questions. And a lot of it, one of the major things that we were trying to bring to the table wasn't even necessarily the STFU word initially. It was, we're going to break the stigma. Mm-hmm. We're going to show that professionals can smoke, whether it's all day, once a day, twice a day, never, whatever. It doesn't matter. We can medicate, smoke, and do our jobs to the fullest. And, it's not a problem. We're not afraid to say, oh, no, he smokes weed. But someone can have a drink and a martini and a cocktail. That's okay. So that was the other message that's kind of getting lost in all this, is breaking the stigma of cannabis use.